hopping into changing whips, but this is the full verse, of course. So this is with Kendrick, Push, and Malice, and I think there's like more to the not Malice, but to the Kendrick verse. I reacted to the when it leaked already to the Kendrick verse. That being said, there should be more to the Kendrick verse that we did not hear. So we're gonna check this out and see what this is all about. I'm excited. Will Malice get Push again? Who knows? Well, Push finally. Well, not finally, because I think he got him on one of the songs. I love this beat. This beat's tough. Yo, Pharrell doing his thing. Pharrell doing his thing for real. I love this beat. Oh, and the hook is nasty. Talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. Remember when I first heard this, I think it was during like was he in Paris? But the fashion show when he was walking with his brother, Malice and Push were walking, and they were doing this, and they were saying like it was shots at Jim Jones. Let's see. All I know is Jim Jones is really just a social media person now at this point, looking for things for clicks and views. Out here talking crazy about Nas. Ridiculous.
This is culturally inappropriate.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Out the gate, you run from the spirit of repossession. Because Jim Jones' house, I think, was foreclosed on for him not paying his, mortgage? Jim, you're supposed to have money, brother. How you talking all this crazy stuff about Push and Nas and you ain't got no money, brother? Come on now. Didn't you try to diss at Jay-Z back in the day, too? Or was that Cam? I think it was you, too. Yeah. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Ooh. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Ooh, misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Yo, the poetry this man writes is marvelous. So Malice is great. They both write immaculately. Malice, from what I've heard recently, Malice raps and he's very punchline and shock, and also just really clever with like the things he says. Whereas Push feels like he paints and he says things that like have such a feel to it. I can't explain it, but it makes you feel like jealousy's turned into obsession. Like, I'm like, it's just something like, it's like a simple thing he says, but I feel it when he says it. I feel it. Like, he paints it. And like, it's like he paints it with feelings. Like, really, like, he dips in a bucket of feelings, and he paints. And that's what happens. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Ooh. Some sign checks dirty game. Better than beware of my name that there's delicate. You know I know where you're delicate. Beware my name, you know it's delicate. Meaning don't play with my name, keep my name out your mouth, don't play around. You know, I know where you're delicate. I know where to push, I know where to touch, I know where to poke, I know where to prod to make you feel like who you really are. And people ain't gonna say it, but Jim Jones is a loser. I'm just gonna say it. I don't care. I know people talking about I think I had heard like someone had posted like a video of like Screwface talking about yeah, it's hip hop, people gotta, it's competition. I don't care about none of that. If you're a loser, you're a loser. We gotta start calling people losers again. I'm tired of people saying about hate. No, it's not hate. People just losers. People losers. And they use other people for clout. And it's just what it is. Talking about. He shouldn't even be able to try to battle Nas, talk to Nas, rap with Nas, nothing. Or Push. It's ridiculous. Shouldn't even be entertaining, Jim. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. You think it be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching.
This album Closure, Heaven for the hell of it.
Relevant. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans?
Facts.
I'm watching your fame escape relevance.
Been escape
We all
relevance.
in a room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element.
Oh. Here's the elephant. You chasing a feature outside of your element. So that could be in regards to him chasing a feature from Drake. Because it was during that time period where he started talking about the Pusha T stuff when Drake was around, and he was saying, it was like he wanted a feature from Drake. He started like bigging up Drake, like, oh, Drake's this, Drake's that, like Push, who listens to Pusha T? I'm like, bro, plenty of people. Who listen to you? Who listen to you? Like, why are you trying to ride Drake like this? Like, it's crazy. You too old for that, bro. You too old for this. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just saying.
And those lab diamonds under inspection.
Check them.
Question marks block your blessings.
Check his diamonds, because I know it's going to be fake. Fake. Fake.
There's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message.
There's no tombstones in the desert. So when I think about tombstones in the desert, right? Because tombstones are things that leave your name and leave who you were. Sometimes it has a message in regards to explaining, like, you know, your life, right? Here lies this person who did this, right? But there's no tombstones in the desert. Tombstones are where people are buried, to identify where people are buried. If you're buried in the desert, it's usually it's usually not the place where people are buried. And the people who are usually buried out in the desert, it's for less than scrupulous reasons, usually illegal, right? They mess with the wrong person, say they bury them out in the desert. They, from what I remember hearing, they did that in like Las Vegas and stuff like that too. Mob. There's no tombstones in the desert. I mean, there's no way. If you get buried for messing around out in the desert, there will be nothing left. There will be nothing to identify you. There'll be nothing that shows where you are. You're just gonna be a body out in the sand. He's telling him to be careful not to play around with him. You'll be missing in action, brother.
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick.
This hook is fire.
My neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
It's also very pro-black. This hook, like using the whole chains and whips thing in regards to saying beating the system, using the chains and whips, the cars and the chains, like you swishing it, flipping it, almost like how people flip and use N-word, and made it their own. But we took the chains and the whips, flipped it in order to make it something that we flourish using, right? It's pretty great.
It don't take much to put two and two.
Oh, Malice already rapping.
Lucky streak is now losing you.
Ooh.
Money's dried up like a cuticle.
Okay.
You're gasping for air now. It's beautiful. John 10:10, that's my usual.
John 10:10. I think John 10:10 is in regards to he comes to lie, kill, and destroy, or something like that. Lie, steal, and destroy. The devil. Something like that, I think. I could be wrong. Don't quote me.
Mamas is falling out in funerals and bomb and blow. They now viewing you.
Yeah.
They never find the guns, but the sewers do. Bubbles was sick, he need medicine.
They never find the guns, but the sewers do. Oh, that's great.
I'm back to life, now we're dead again. Richard don't make watches for presidents. Just a million trapped between skeletons.
Ooh. Richard don't make watches for president usually because isn't they call it a presidential rollie? I'm not sure if it's the same thing or presidential something. But they don't make watches for presidents. Watches are probably too expensive for presidents based off salary alone in regards to presidents. But it's $1 million trapped behind skeletons because it's like the skeleton watches, like you see the inner workings of the watch. Clever.
This the darkest that I ever been. The diamonds make you taste peppermint.
I'll pause again. I'm sorry. Because Malice has a way of saying things in a way that you wouldn't expect. Like, people say ice is cold, it's chilly, it's wind chill. light, bright ice, or whatever it is. The sun hit it, make it glisten, listen, stuff like that. He said it make you taste peppermint because it's peppermint's like it has a chill to it, like that. That's crazy.
You ain't driving the snow like it's the Revenant and send orders back down to keep shoveling.
What did he say about the Revenant?
And send orders back down tens. This the darkest that I ever been. The diamonds make you taste peppermint. You ain't driving the snow like it's the Revenant and send.
You ain't thrive in the snow like it's the Revenant. What is that? Leonardo DiCaprio in the Revenant movie, I think it was, with the bear attacking him. I think he was stranded in the ice, the snow. He had to like survive. So you ain't thrive in the snow. You ain't do it like we did it in the snow, which is the drug talk. But and like the Revenant, like how Leonardo DiCaprio had to survive and thrive and make it out of that situation. Oh.
Orders back down to keep shoveling. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. You know, we get calling and look side to side like what did they say? And they ain't the laws for us, and then you realize that the government's talking to you.
Before Kendrick starts, by the way, all I keep thinking about is, what do you say? Yeah, we'll look for the tea. I got the ginger root.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit.
Okay.
All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass back to the cosmics. Woo. The things I seen under my eyelids.
That woo was a spaceship, by the way. He was sending them back to the cosmics. So it was like, woo! That was a spaceship taking off. Flew away. I don't know why I did that.
Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip-hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Judases that let me down? But fuck it, the West Mines, we right now.
As a New York man, I'm not gonna lie to you, I want more New Yorkers to come out and annihilate the West. And annihilate the South. And it is just my own bias. And I'm not saying that because I don't like the South or the West. I like them both. I just really want New York to get their stuff together, man. I really do. Once we get like a solid group of producers, like to be out here making beats and know what they're doing, like and create a sound for New York that's progressive and modern, mixed with some old school stuff, I think we'll be headed in a better place.
Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me how I don't give a fuck. The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified heavy.
Yo, that GEN stuff is crazy. And I think he says Jinx later. But like the Gen just like sound. Amazing how he's doing that. It reminds me of when he was doing the 10. 9 times out of 10, you don't pay attention. When there's tension in the air, nines come with extensions.
Jeans like Genevieve's. I drop your Pentagon and show up at your
Oh, and that, for people who don't know, that was Nostalgia with Pusha T song back in the day.
The reveal and tell him, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic. Screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga. God gave me light. A good year full of free will. Trump card, tell me not to spare your life.
Trump card, tell me not to spare your life. What does that even mean? His Trump card told him not to spare your life. So is his Trump card not like us? And that's why he went as hard as he did in regards to it, even though some of those disses were from from Twitter. But we're not gonna get into that. It worked. It messed up Drake in a big way. So, man, I'm curious as to how J. Cole would have rapped on this beat. Yeah, I said it. I wish J. Cole, maybe J. Cole would surprise me on the album, but I doubt it because I think him and Push have issues.
You know we get calling inside, like what did they say? And they echo on his voice, and then you realize that the devil is talking to you.
Okay. Push and Malice, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of like Push and Malice's verse better than Kendrick's verse. I understand why people would like the Kendrick verse because of the gin stuff, but just in regards to how Malice and Push painted the picture in regards to what they were talking about and how they said the things they were talking about were just amazing. The gin thing was great too, but overall, just in regards to the subject matter and how they put it together, shine a little bit better for me than Kendrick's verse. But Kendrick still did his thing. Still did his thing.